Disney has released the first cast photo for the upcoming untitled Han Solo spin-off movie, along with an official release date of May 25th, 2018. It seemed like Disney was going to start releasing every Star Wars movie in December. After all, The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi all came out, or are coming out in December. But now it looks like release dates will be staggered, potentially going back to the historical May release of Star Wars movies, and potentially not being as uniform as I originally thought, which I'm definitely fine with. So I'll talk about the cast photo first, and then I'll talk about my feelings on the May release date. Let's do the left to right thing. We have Woody Harrelson, co-director Christopher Miller, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Alden Ehrenreich, Emilia Clarke, Chewbacca, co-director Phil Lord, and Donald Glover. Solid. The only cast member I'm not familiar with is Phoebe Waller-Bridge, which is great. You know me, I love seeing new performers that I'm not familiar with. She's been in a bunch of TV shows, TV movies, and a few feature films like Albert Nobbs and The Iron Lady. Most of us are familiar with Woody Harrelson. He's been in a lot of good flicks. Solid actor, seems like a good dude, actually seems like a fun guy to hang out with. Emilia Clarke, of course, plays the Mother of Dragons on Game of Thrones. And who doesn't love Donald Glover? I remember watching him in Derek comedy sketches like a decade ago. Talented dude, funny dude. And when I heard that he was gonna play Lando, I just went, oh yeah, duh, that makes total sense. Not pictured in the photo is Thandie Newton. She's most recently known for her role in the HBO series Westworld. Great actress with insane range and a capacity to play all types of characters, from hilarious to cut your balls off intense. I'm excited to see how all these cast members come together and how their characters interact. I cannot wait. I've said it since day one. I don't really care who plays Han Solo, as long as the essence of the character is captured. I trust casting departments. I do not trust the internet fanboy outrage. Remember when the internet was boo-hooing when it was announced that Heath Ledger was going to play the Joker in The Dark Knight? I do. I remember. And I also remember all of that dumbass outrage being squashed like a bug under the biggest goddamn bug-squashing boot imaginable. Again, I've said all this before, but it feels like it needs to be said every time casting news comes out for a new Star Wars movie because people just freak out. Alden Ehrenreich will do a great job as Han Solo. I think he looks a lot like a young Han Solo. A lot of people disagree with me, but I absolutely see the similarity. I actually don't really care that much about how similar he looks like Han Solo. What I care about the most is that the character's attitude, swagger, and confidence is captured. To me, that's what's most important. Like I've said since day one of all these new Star Wars movie announcements, trust the casting department. This is what they do for a living. This is where everything starts. This is what their reputation is riding on. Trust them. Don't trust the will and wishes of the internet. I, for one, am so excited to see Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo. I have nothing but confidence. Thousands of actors auditioned for the part of a young Han Solo. Alden Ehrenreich said, quote, "I had an audition process that went on for a long time, and I got to spend a lot of time with the guys who are directing the film. Getting to be around them and being around the world a little bit has been the main experience so far. I did my audition on the Millennium Falcon for one of my screen tests, which was pretty cool." Close quote. Of course, the secrets of the movie are locked away in a secret Area 51 bunker guarded by Snake Plissken, but Disney released a tiny little short vague description. Quote, "The movie will explore the duo's adventures before the events of Star Wars A New Hope, including their early encounters with that other card-playing rogue from a galaxy far, far away, Lando Calrissian." Close quote. That's obviously super vague, but it's definitely enough to wet my whistle. Okay, so let's talk about that May release date. I don't care about what time of year something comes out. It has zero effect on me. Yes, May is historically the Star Wars month, but I have no emotional connection to May for Star Wars. A lot of people were up in arms when Disney decided to release The Force Awakens in December. What about May, they said. I did not care. Zero fucks were given. What's the point of being upset about the time of year a movie comes out? Tradition? I don't care about tradition. Tradition can be a crutch that prevents anyone from trying new things. It's not like it's a Christmas movie being released in June. Who cares? And now some folks are up in arms about the Han Solo movie being released in May. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But, here's what does worry me a little bit. So The Last Jedi will be coming out in December. And then roughly 5 months later, we'll get another Star Wars film. I thought 1 year between films was quick, but 5 months? Man, that's quick. That's Star Wars record-setting quick. My initial reaction is, hell yeah, more Star Wars. More Star Wars is great, right? Yeah, of course. And in the grand scheme of things, that makes sense and is probably the most appropriate reaction. But there's this little voice in the back of my head that says, hey, remember when you used to get excited for superhero movies? Yeah, you don't really get excited now, do you? Remember when you used to love that little unique craft beer spot in your neighborhood? Now there's like 30 unique craft beer spots in your neighborhood that aren't unique at all. Not as special now, is it? I've discussed this oversaturation conundrum in some of my other videos, and thankfully I seem to be in the minority. Most people don't have the same worry that I have, which is great, but it does kind of worry me. Frequent Star Wars movie releases are great for my channel. It drums up interest, it gets people checking out my videos. It means more people are searching for more Star Wars content. The channel itself absolutely benefits from the frequency. I shouldn't be worried at all, right? But I would personally trade spaced out anticipation for personal gain any day. That's just me being honest. Of course I'm excited for the Han Solo movie, of course I am. I'm excited for every Star Wars movie. I'm gonna go into the theater with chills and anticipation for a super fun ride. I'm happy that the franchise has been revitalized by Disney, with a new vision and a new path. I'm ecstatic about all the creative decisions that have been made. I think the cast is solid for this new Han Solo film. I think the directors are right for the job. I think we're all in for a fun ride. But my hype meter radar is set on The Last Jedi right now. That's pretty much what is consuming my brain at the moment. I do have a hard time comprehending the fact that a new Star Wars movie is going to come out 5 months after a new Star Wars movie. It's not a bad thing. My brain just needs to grasp it. Hello, Greedo. Out.
Always with you, what cannot be done.
It's like doing here.